Hello besties, welcome to West End Best Friend. My name is Jess and today I'm here with the very lovely Natalie Paris, who's currently touring around the UK in Pretty Woman the Musical. For anybody who hasn't seen the show or hasn't seen the film, can you sum up what the plot is about?
The plot is about a sex worker, Vivian Ward, and she meets a man on the Hollywood Boulevard, and it's meant to be a one-night thing. And in your classic rom-com, it turns out to be much more than that. And they fall in love, and she goes into a totally different world that she's not been used to before, and it's a beautiful, happy ending.
And how does your character, Kit DeLuca, come into the story?
So Kit DeLuca is Vivian's best friend. I think she was probably the one that roped Vivian into that world in the first place. She's sassy, she's got a bit of an edge. She's been doing this for a long time, so she's quite she's a strong woman. And yeah, they're best friends, and they absolutely have each other's back.
Obviously, because it's based off the original film, do you feel like the show does the film justice and it lives up to it?
I absolutely do. I think they've got it spot on. Like you said, there's so many iconic lines from the film that have stayed in the musical. There's so many things that you recognise. So I do truly believe that it's the film, but elevated with a few musical numbers and some dancing. What more could you want?
And singing and dancing into it makes it even better.
There we go.
Please excuse the pun within the question.
Okay.
I can't resist. So have you had any onstage mishaps? Or should I say, have you had any big mistakes? Big, huge.
Way, love it. You know what? There have been two moments that have really, really, really made, because I'm a corpser, so they really, really tickled me. There was one moment where I'm just about to come on to do a song, Never Give Up on a Dream, and Vivian and Edward are on the bed finishing their song, and I sort of get wheeled on a bench as they're being wheeled off, and it's actually the same moment but two different times that these mishaps happen. Well, I went to get pushed on the bench, and the bench didn't go anywhere, and I was like, oh god. And we were all like, oh my god, what are we gonna do, and the boys were pushing the bench, and my line was coming up, and I was still in the wing, and nobody knew what to do, so I just stood up and I just sort of wandered on stage on my own singing that line, and I couldn't look at anyone in the eye, because I thought, if I catch somebody walking on with my head down sort of thinking, oh my god, that was a really funny moment. And in the same moment, actually, similar sort of thing happened, but the beds wouldn't get wheeled off, so I got pushed on the bench, and suddenly we just were like in a collide with the bed, and the bed wasn't going anywhere, so we were all just sort of on stage looking at each other, not really knowing what to do, and it was just they were too. Don't react, and you're trying to carry on, but we literally couldn't, because we're about to do a scene, on the boulevard with a bed right in the middle of the stage. So they were two very funny moments for me that stuck out.
So how have you found being on tour around the UK?
Tour is definitely so different to being in town and all of that. It's been so much fun. We have an amazing cast, an amazing team. So we really make the most of every place that we go to. But, you are living out of a suitcase. You are having to live in different, Airbnbs and digs and all of that. So it's definitely can be difficult at times. But, you get to see so many places that maybe you wouldn't necessarily go to if you were just sort of living your life in London. So, it's been so much fun, but lots of living out of a case going on.
It's like work and holiday combined into one.
As a team, as a cast, that extends to our whole entire team. We probably do more together, way more activities, way more social things, because when you're in London, you sort of sometimes you do the show and then you go home, and so it really brings everyone together, because there's so many different things that you can do in each city that you go to.
So with this show, there's a lot of musical numbers, and your numbers in particular, very riffy. You've got some big vocals and which sound incredible. I've seen the show and you sound incredible as Kit DeLuca.
Oh, thank you.
There's one moment in the show, and it's just a ever so small moment, and it's one of the highlights for me personally.
Yeah.
It's during the song "Luckiest Girl in the World," and it's just your entrance. Come in,
Yeah.
and you've just riffing. Oh my god! And then the actor playing Julio is like physically reacting to that, and it's just such a small moment, but it's brilliant. And I just wanted to ask: is there any? It could be that moment or a different moment. Is there any moments in the show that may seem like a small moment, but they really stand out to you?
Yeah, that is an epic moment. I think with Kit especially, only time she enters the stage, she sort of comes out of nowhere and is suddenly like, here I am, which is, so fun. But yeah, that is a great moment. I love singing Rodeo Drive. I really, really love it. And obviously, the iconic line, Cinder fucking Rella, is a pretty great moment.
Obviously, you're clearly having a lot of fun playing the role of Kit DeLuca. It's going to sound like a cheesy question, but I love this question. If there was any other role in the show that you could play, whether it's just for one night, who would you choose and why?
I think I would choose Happy Man.
That is a good role.
It's a great role, and I think it would be like quite a challenge because obviously, without giving too much away, it's sort of multi-rolled in a way and like slightly different characterization for each part that he sort of embodies, let's say.
So what would you say is your favourite song in the whole show?
Oh, that is so difficult. There really are so many great numbers, and I think what's great about the music is it gives you a bit of everything. But the first time that I heard the opera, it was just, I remember we just all had goosebumps, and it was just like, it just moved me so much. The way that Leela and Josh deliver it as well is just epic. So today, it changes all the time, but today I'm going to go with the opera.
Well, thank you so much, Natalie. It's been great.
Thank you.
Just
you too.
For besties watching, if you do want to get some tickets to see Pretty Woman on tour around the UK, you can head to westendbestfriend.co.uk/tickets and find your tickets there.